Although 2 months have passed since Ukrainian armed forces launched their counterattack in south of country, operation turned into decisive phase only by mid-August. Previously, defenders used relatively small forces in different areas operation, from the banks of Dnipro River just south Zaporizhia to Bakhmut. Now, the Ukrainian command seems to prioritize 2 segments, currently emerging south of Orikhiv in Zaporizhia region. The main thrust of attack is directed towards Tokmak, if successful, further south towards Melitopol. Predictably, the mobilization of large AFU reserves created a defensive crisis for the Russian side. The situation is not yet critical for Russian forces. They can even take advantage of it if they can immediately mobilize their remaining reserves to exhaust the second stage of the Ukrainian offensive. While this is hypothetically possible, the reality would have to be more complex. Here is exactly why Medusa analyzes why Kiev's counterattacks have not yet achieved their goal, and whether the war has reached a stalemate. Since the start of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Medusa has taken a consistent anti-war stance, holding Russia accountable for its military aggression. As part of this commitment, we regularly update an interactive map documenting combat operations in Ukraine and the damage done by Russia's occupation forces. Our map is based solely on open-source photos and videos, many of which are posted by eyewitnesses on social media. We collect available evidence and identify geolocation markers, only attaching photos and videos that clear this process. Medusa does not try to monitor the conflict in real time. Data projected on the map is typically at least 48 hours. A bird's-eye view of war operations judging by the available open-source evidence. Ukraine has so far thrown almost all of its reserves into the war. Here is an overview of the war situation since June. The AFU's 9th Army Corps has been attacking Russian positions in southern Ukraine. Last spring's Pentagon leak showed that its brigades were trained in the west specifically for the summer offensive campaign. The 9th Army Corps is still operation, accompanied by the AFU's 10th Corps, which was also formed in 2023 and is probably numerically superior to the 9th Corps personnel. The combined strength these two formations was now tied to a total 50,000 soldiers advancing in a narrow area, roughly 15 kilometers, strip front line just south Orikhiv, stretching between villages Rabotine and Verbov in Zaporizhia region. The second largest Ukrainian group is attacking 70 kilometers eastward in the area surrounding Velika Novosilka. Since the end of July, several reserve brigades have been deployed in this segment, where the combined AFU forces are about 30,000 to 35,000 soldiers. Evidence in more detail: a local Ukrainian breakthrough took place between Rabotine and Verbov at end July, when AFU troops reached the northern and eastern Outski.